Alright, what is going on, people? How we doing? We're back. Little video. Blasted our way through campaign. Though blasted's probably not the right term. We definitely took our time. But yeah, this is gonna be my first little thoughts post campaign after the 0.2 update. I used the spear the whole time. For some reason I didn't want to parry, just averse to the idea of parrying. I think it's cringe, so I didn't. Uh I'll go ahead and show you how we navigated that. But yeah, we're at what are we at now? Like 70, 69, almost 70. We used the spear the whole time. I was dead set on using the spear, didn't care. A lot of people said frick it, and they swapped over to the bow. Cowards, alright? Cowards. We did the new weapon all the way through campaign, had our fun. We took our sweet time, I won't lie. But tried out a bunch of stuff. Messed around with the companions, tried to get a bunch of different ones. We were using, what is this one called? Twisting, Whirling Slash. We used a lot of Whirling Slash and Twister. That was like our clear. And Barrage is in that mix too, that little combo. And then our single target was actually Spear Stab. We were just stunning everything. It's pretty strong. Trivializes the boss fights. You just stun chain them over and over and over and over. You're not going to have 4 sockets, so you can ignore those. I'd say right now, spears feel a little bit weak. This was my spear. I've had this since around level 48. It was a hand-me-down from one of the viewers. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a one-handed weapon, right? So you can only expect so much from it if you're trying to use it in campaign at least. But it's definitely possible. I mean, it wasn't that hard, if I'm being honest. I only died a handful of times. I'll show you my deaths on my character. We're at 107, and we've been doing maps for 12 hours today. So, a lot of our deaths initially were when we weren't res capped yet. We're still not all the way res capped, but we got our reses figured out. I'll explain some stuff in the tree early, like what I valued. Initially, this is the path I followed. I didn't grab these until later, so ignore that. I came down here. I actually picked up this attack speed node pretty soon. So I didn't have to get these two because these are 2 points. Came around here, got these with the accuracy because we're using projectiles. I snagged all these attack and fizz ones. Hits break 50%, increased armor on targets with ailments. This is whatever. Reducing armor is good because you do more stabby stab damage. Didn't pick up these crit ones early. Path up here as soon as I could. Got Dance with Death, Acceleration. This is 16 skill speed here, and this is 25% from here. Yeah, these are increased by the way, and this is more, so keep that in mind. This one is better by a lot. We got these towards the end of our campaign. We actually came over here. I don't remember if I got the jewel and connected this. I think I must have, because if I went up north, I came this way, and I connected this. I snagged these later, but I was connecting just from this one here. Came over here, snagged these ones. Melee, melee, melee. Strike range, melee. This one's melee attack speed for 8. Came over here and snagged these because we had a decent amount of dex. This also enabled me to level up my skills over and over and over. And then as I flushed everything out, also got these pretty early too. All the extra levels outside of that, we got evasion. We just defensive layered like you would normally when you go to maps. We got defensive layers and we got crit. We didn't pick up any of the crit until we were out of the campaign, or like near the end, Act 3 cruel kind of thing. But these crit nodes are pretty good. If you've got good attack speed and decent crit on your weapon, you crit pretty often, so you notice it. And then we came up and sniped all these. All these ones were good. This is a fat crit bonus one. Chris bonus one. Chris bonus? Chris bonus! Sorry. Boys, we played like, I don't know, we did a 20-hour stream into a 12-hour stream, just gameplay, 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 so we've been blasting. Our brain's kind of fried, I'll be honest with you. We sniped a couple decent items. We got this one for dirt cheap. This is nuts. It's got a bunch of spirit on it. This has spirit on it. Let's explain what we're doing with the quadrilla over here, right? So this guy, he's got always shocks, all damage shocks, whatever you want to call it. Every time this dude hits, he puts a shock on somebody, and then we're using overcharge. so that it's got increased magnitude. So it's actually 30% instead of 20% on the shock. And then these are building up a little bit of bleed magnitude. He does incisions, and then some pinning too. But yeah, this guy not all that important. In a perfect world, they have all damage shocks and then trail of insert an element. It doesn't matter. They're actually really rare to find. We played in the campaign for like 2 hours refreshing an area, like passively, just trying to get beasts that have this. Because this new companion skill works like a Pokeball. You put it in a skill gem, you drop it down, you kidnap this little bastard, and he runs around with you forever. But we're also using Blood Hunt. We're inflicting bleed with Lacerate into our Whirling Slash. So whenever we do this, we've got a 50% chance to bleed him. And then the combo is to press our barrage button. And then when we cast these tornadoes, we actually have a lot. So this blinds everything that's in it, so you don't take damage usually. You pop your, whatever this shit's called, I already forget the name, barrage, and then you click, get the tornadoes going. This is all we did. Our clear was really good. We never had an issue with the clear. But the problem was the single target. Nobody's really figured out a good way to do it yet. All we did was stab. This was it. This was our single target. The attack speed's really fast, so I mean it does a lot of damage. And we had close combat, pursuit, and overpower on this. The overpower was really OP. You could swap out overpower for the one that does extra stun per every 5 hits. I'll give you the name of that real quick if you want to do that instead. You're not going to have 4 sockets regardless, so it's kind of pointless. But that one is called... Where is it? It's one with the little axe. I think it's Ruthless. Yeah. So this one's good too if you're just trying to just stun chain over and over and over and over and over. Because this is going to be your pretty much all of your single target. In the campaign at least is from this. A lot of people were using Spear Throw. Spear Throw is sick too. I don't know. I just didn't like the cockback time on it. You can stay mobile, which is nice. It does more attack damage, but it's a way slower throw. And I would rather just stand next to the boss and just stun the hell out of it. I think you get more damage in the long run when the boss is stunned. You can also slightly move with this if you put your mouse or your cursor far away. You can move, and if you put it close to you, you just stand still. But yeah, I might have some gameplay going on in the background. I'm really not trying to make this the most in-depth, crazy video. Just trying to give you my ideas. Parrying is probably good. I used it twice in the campaign, and it seemed like it did a bunch of damage. There's some parry nodes that are worth checking out. I just didn't like the idea of playing the combo build where we're going 1, 2, 3, pop this, click this, and then having to parry at the start of all that. That's a 4-button combo. That's not really my speed. But I guess we can get into a random jungle ruins and just show you what the gameplay loop was looking like. I really don't feel like going back through a fat VOD getting a ton of gameplay for this. So we'll mess around. Show you how we were going crazy. But yeah, I had the shield charge going too. I'm still using the shield charge even now. But our clear was really good. This is over representative because now, well actually we're using the same weapon that we were using then. So we pretty much have the same damage as we did when we were in Act 3. But when it came time to boss fight, we were just doing this. You get under him, get one tapped. You know how it goes. But I'm doing this as a ref cat. I do not give a fuck. Real organic content creator. Don't care. We beat him first try before. Once we're on camera and we get all nervous and we got to commentate while we do it, it ain't so easy. But yeah, we just stun him, do this over and over. I had rage on this too. So if you get your rage stacks up early, it's obviously a lot more damage, but yeah. So the single target was not the greatest. It still isn't the greatest. Still trying to figure that out. We'll have a build guide when all that's situated. But pop the blood hunt whenever he's got enough bleed on him. And yeah, we were literally just stabbing the shit out of everything. That's all the single target damage is right there. You just saw it. It's not the best. It's not the best. If you get a better weapon, I'm sure it's a lot better. I mean, obviously we went into crit, so. But Yeah, like this guy, periodic lightning explosions, not good. We were looking at the beasts. They'll have the beast tag when you have the gem with you. And you want ones that always shock. It's so important that they're always shocking. And the trail of element, trail of fire, trail of lightning, all that stuff is good. But yeah, we were just running around going crazy. A lot of people are using, what's it called? Rake with the stomping ground support. That's really good in the first 2 acts. We messed with it for a little bit. But I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it later on. I preferred the Blood Hunt. And on Blood Hunt, we've got Execute, Conk Effect, and Bloodlust, Concentrated Effect, whatever you want to call it. This one is pretty gross. I mean, you just build up the bleed on them, and then you press the button, it teleports you over to them. They get destroyed. But yeah, if you're looking at like how close we're playing to the monsters, and you're like, oh dude, it looks like you're gonna get destroyed. We've got a bunch of evasion, and we're blinding everything. If you don't know what blind does, it lowers their accuracy and their evasion. So your accuracy is higher, and they have a lower accuracy. So they have a harder time hurting you. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about the difficulty. That's corny. Don't let somebody that has been playing this game for the last 10 years or games like this for the last 10 years ruin your fun. If you're having fun, ignore. I wouldn't even watch content. I'm not even kidding. I literally wouldn't even watch content. The game is significantly more difficult than it used to be. People are unhappy with that. You can't really trivialize the game and break it as easily as you could. But yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Overall, I'd probably give the league a solid, like, a hard 8. I wouldn't give it a 10. I don't like that the standard people got to keep their stuff and they can kind of just, like, spoil all the new content because they were in it a couple days early. Like, that's really lame. But outside of that, everything that got nerfed needed to get nerfed. All the super overpowered stuff. They're trying to get to a world where everybody's build is ethical and we're not using any bug abuse, which is, you know, I can't blame them, right? Why would you make a game and like scale all these monsters to a certain power level and then just have people make an auto bomber and destroy all the content, right? I hear Spark is still usable. Obviously, I'm not going to play it. I played that for 3 months. Hopefully, I never have to play that again. But yeah. Trying to think of any spots I got stuck at. Oh, just by virtue of the Huntress and Ritualist. I'll talk about my Ascendancy for a little bit too and what I chose. When I was playing, Blood Boils were bugged in the campaign and they didn't proc. They've since been fixed, so you can actually try out Blood Boils. But we just went straight for the 3rd ring. We took the max mana instead and got the ring slot. And then our next point went into Mystic Attunement because the Blood Boils were not working. They were completely bugged. But that's probably our next points. I'll try that out. Let you guys know if it's any good. Yeah, these seem alright, but I don't know if I want to be doing all that sacrificing stuff in maps. It's kind of not my swag, but it seems pretty good. I mean, yeah, the companions are sick. I tried double companion for a while. I had one that had the shocked trail thing. It was really nice, but the only problem with the node that lets you run 2 companions is you get way less defenses, and my defenses are like, it's pretty important that I can evade attacks. So we didn't do that. As you can see, I only have 1400 life. I'll go over my gear real quick if you want to see it. These are whatever. They've got chaos res. None of my stuff is particularly good except my chest. All my rings are pretty mid. All this stuff I dropped except the spear. This was given to me by a viewer. This I bought off trade. And this I bought a better one off trade. And it's just waiting for me to hit 75 to equip. But we sniped some pretty good stuff. We used a stun charm for like all of the campaign. What else? We struggled with our Ascendancy a little bit. We got one shot. Took us 2 tries to get our 2nd Ascendancy. The Chimera messed me up pretty bad. A lot of people were coming in chat and they were saying that Lightning Spear was good leveling. skill. They were using Lightning Spear with a level 2 support gem called Volt, and they said that it was nice. I didn't want to try it. I kind of wanted to do my own thing. I played completely blind. I didn't make a tree. We're still going off of the tree that I just like thought of while I was playing. None of this is planned. I didn't plan any of it. And my campaign experience was smooth sailing. I do have a lot of time played. Or I have a good knowledge of the game. I shouldn't say I have a lot of time played. I have a lot of time played in this game, but I don't have a lot of time played in POE in general. But yeah, smooth sailing for me. I'm trying to find my Steam so I can show you my hours. We're at 4171 in POE 2. And our character has played 1 day, 4 hours, 38 minutes, and 42 seconds. So, yeah. We could have been way higher leveled with that amount of time played, but again, we smooth sailed, coasted through the campaign. We were not speed running it. We were reading chat. It was an amazing stream. Thank you guys all so much for the support, by the way. It was sick, dude. We peaked at like 150 viewers or something cool like that. It was great. It was a great stream. Positive vibes all day. And yeah, apparently other people were not having that much fun. And I don't know what to say to those people. Sorry, I guess. But yeah, in terms, obviously I haven't played another character in campaign in this league. I've just been on this one. But in terms of like difficulty, I don't know what I could compare this to. It's definitely not as good as Ranger was in campaign. Last league, it's definitely not as good as Sork was in campaign last league with something like Ember Fusilate. But it was fun. I mean, I had a good time. I had a really good time. Who else? Oh, Apex of Filth Lady, whatever her name is, the boss that does the front flips. Her hitbox is bugged, still, to this day. And she was one-tapping the hell out of me. I maybe died to her, like, between both acts, maybe like 15 times. She whipped my ass. But outside of that, yeah, I didn't struggle with anything. Make sure your reses are capped with cold before you fight Gianor, or whatever his name is, Gaynor. And make sure that you've got lightning for the other two bosses. Outside of that, you're big chillin'. Doriani kind of does everything except cold. Or you might even have cold attacks, I just don't get hit by it. All I worry about for him is lightning, because his lightning attacks hit like a truck. But Viper got owned, surprisingly, because we just stun chained the hell out of her. If you didn't know, you can stun her out of her fly in the air attack. So just worry about stunning. Stun, stun, stun. Stun the bosses. Your single target's gonna be bad. But yeah, I'm not giving you the best tips in the world for how to run campaign the fastest on Huntress, because nobody knows yet. But I'm just giving you what worked for me. I want to keep this video brief. Hopefully not go over the 20-minute mark. But again, shield charged everywhere. I got the Quadrilla. I got Herald of Blood going. Herald of Blood's really nice because you have a 50% chance to bleed everything every time you do your little twister. And then all the stuff just pops. The AoE on this character was actually incredible. It was really, really strong. It wasn't doing like incredible damage, but everything was like 25% life the whole time. So the gameplay loop was still like on the slower end, but in terms of safety, I was safe the whole time. Very few deaths in the maps part of the game. Almost all my deaths came from bosses. Or I should say the campaign part of the game. Or mapping. I don't know what you would call it. Whatever these are called in the campaign. But yeah, we had fun. It was sick. I'll make a new video about endgame when I'm like a little more well versed in it. I feel like I'm not in a position to be talking about it right now because I've only played like a handful of maps. But I told the chat I'd throw this video together for you guys. And yeah, if you have any questions about spears or whatever, you guys should probably try parrying if you're not averse to it. I just really didn't want to. Parrying is probably really good. But yeah, if you guys have any questions at all about what I did in campaign, disengage is also really good. You can do a little disengage combo where you like beat the shit out of everything in front of you. If you're in a bad spot, you just jump backwards and then you can blood hunt back into the fight. I'll try to show an example of that on something that isn't 1 HP. But yeah, we had fun. But Blood Hunt will only like target an enemy if it's already bleeding. So it kind of only works on elites. But yeah, not bad. You can also use it to navigate backwards like this, and it gives you a little bit of movement speed if you wanted to just fly around the map like this. But yeah, that's all we did. Just going over the 20-minute mark. But yeah, any questions about the build whatsoever, let me know. We're gonna try to make blood crit work. That's the goal. I gotta POB it all out and stuff. We gotta get better gear for sure. But yeah, I tried these nodes down here. Don't bother with these bleed nodes in the campaign. They're really weak. Do not use these. No good. Oh, also, we struggled with mana. Just make sure you get a good mana flask. Our skills costed a lot because we had +1. We had a different one that was like +2 proj. Mana was the only place where we struggled because we took this node. Try the spirit one out by yourself. We honestly didn't even have the gold to even swap it. But we swapped to this in Cruel Act, whatever, like 2 or 3. We swapped it out for the spirit one because you have to take a bad one. The all Ellie one is horseshit. Don't recommend this, especially in campaign. You're just going to get destroyed because your gear is bad. But this is probably going to be the easiest one to scale around an endgame when you can, like, you know, work with economy. But, yep, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Thank you for all the help on the Twitch stream. You guys are making it grow. I was really impressed with how many of you showed up. You guys said you would and you did. I really appreciate it. But yeah, again, remember your combo. 3 of these, press your barrage button, click, a ton of tornadoes fly out. As long as new tornadoes get in here, you can just keep doing it. But that's your clearing combo, don't forget. And for your boss, just poke, 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 poke. And again, just one more time, your companion, all damage shocks and trail of lightning, fire, or cold. All of those are good. But yeah, I think I went over everything. These are my supports one last time. Bang, 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 bang. Didn't even use that. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, we went over all those. Bet. And then yeah, a shield in the second weapon swap. This is like a level 2 shield. Whatever the requirement is to equip it, I don't even know. We were just using that, and this is how we were navigating around the map. Just shield charge the whole time. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll have an endgame video when it's time for endgame, or when we have a build going and up and running. Maybe we make a build guide next. Not sure. Let me know what you want in the comments. Any questions below, ask them. I'll answer. I got you. All right, later, boys.